Aren't we all fascinated by this question? What happens after death? What becomes of me? Don't we ponder also what was I before I was born? So somewhere I must have died in the past. So when I die now, I'll become someone, something. And this circle goes on and on and on, unless, of course, this new mechanism which yogis have invented, from their experiences they have claimed that there is a state that is of a liberation or a moksha. And what happens to an individual soul that is liberated? Does it mean he will not be incarnated again? Not really. True liberation is where you have total freedom, absolute freedom of being born again or not. You may choose to be born or you may choose not to be born again. See? Time is a big thing. In Gita, Lord Krishna says, Kalosmi, meaning I am time. Time creates and time alone kills. This is the inevitable law of time. What happens at the moment of death? It's worth exploring. When death is about to come, first of all, the element of earth is withdrawn from the basic plexus. We call this plexus as Muladhara Chakra. And once this earth element is withdrawn from Muladhara Chakra, it moves up to Swadisthana Chakra, hypogastric plexus. This is the place of water element. The earth element is then converted into water. Hands and feet, they become cold. Haven't you felt this when someone is dying? You'll notice that hands and feet will suddenly become cold. This is the dissolution of water. Then, when water is withdrawn from the hypogastric plexus or Swadhisthana Chakra and is accumulated here at the solar plexus in the region of our navel or Nabhi Chakra, it then becomes fire. The region above the navel, above, it will become warmer. This is the dissolution of fire. Then the fire is gradually withdrawn and moves upward to cardiac plexus, Anahata or Hridaya Chakra, where it meets with air, mixes with air of the heart region. And the whole body, it begins to tremble. This is the dissolution of the air element. After that, the air of the cardiac plexus is withdrawn to the ether element, and it somehow dissolves the element which is present at Kanha Chakra or pharyngeal plexus. There, a sound is produced at this Vishuddhi Chakra. With this sound, once the sound is produced, what happens? The soul takes an exit either through the eyes or through the ears or through mouth, and the eyes are turned backward. Now the element of Brahman, which is found in the individual soul, is also withdrawn. This is at this point, precisely the eyes, they turn back and now they merge in the Virat element. If the soul is liberated, then mixing with the Virat element becomes possible after exiting from Brahmarandhra, which is from the back, where generally, you must have seen elderly people of bygone days used to keep a choti or a ponytail on the back. Exactly there, this Brahmarandhra is. Liberated souls, they exit from this particular point. Unfortunately, tradition holds on to this idea so strongly that even after death, even when the body is totally burnt and some parts of skull remains, they will smash it. And they smash it in such a way that the soul gets to leave from this 12th or the Brahmarandhra Chakra. But this is inhuman, this is violent. A liberated soul doesn't need such a blow from a heavy instrument. It just evaporates, it just transcends automatically at that very moment of death and mixes or merges with the Virat element. So this is in brief what really happens at the moment of death, and depending upon the vibratory level of our Atman. If it is satvik, there too there is a whole spectrum of satvikta. If it is tamasic, there is a spectrum of tamasikta. And if it is rajasic, there is also a spectrum. To what extent is it tamasic or rajasic or satvik? And combination of it all. There is infinite possibilities, and accordingly there are infinite dimensions. So based on the vibratory level of the soul, it will reach out to that dimension which is compatible to that vibration. Nowhere else will it go. The whole process is reversed when we incarnate. In next topic we'll talk about reincarnation, how we are conceived and how soul comes into picture. Thank you for listening on Death.